Okay, so again, sorry about the messy van. So we're putting in shelves so we can make it less messy. So we move forward with this idea. I had to put in a little wedge over there to fill the gap, just so it's smooth. You can see that little wedge piece I put in, and there's a screw that goes through that wedge. Put some nice 2-inch screws, 2 of them through with big fender washers on there, and put on this board, which needs sanded. I should have bought the nice board, but I didn't know I was gonna be using the board before, so I just bought the cheapie, but now it needs sanded, so I'm gonna have to remove it back out of here eventually, but real nice and strong. What we've done is we've taken and removed this handle. We put some spacers, washers on the bottom side to match up with the distance out from the top side, because we put this big L bracket in. Okay, now this L bracket, I'm probably gonna cut this off right here. I realize this all looks jagged and like shit, but I do it for function and strength first. So there's a screw that goes up through there and up through there. Both of those have screws, so it's all stable. And that is up against that wall, so that's what makes that stable. But realistically, even if this wasn't here, this was plenty strong, but by putting these 2 screws in, I've got a double redundancy. Oh shit, hang on. My mock-up hanging. Once I get this thing organized, it'll be nice, but we're not there yet. But check that out. So a nice little gap. I could even put some rubber there on the end, but I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. I wanted to leave my options open to be able to make that match right up with the door. That way, if there's any kind of vibration or anything and I need to settle that vibration, but really it's really nice and stout. So I might just cut that off and make it all smooth and sand it round, you know, bring this down. Oh, lights went out. But this is going to allow us to run a plank of some sort up there, and then we can put all the kite surf gear up there. And probably should have tested to make sure the kite surf board even fits up there. Not that it matters, I'm going to use the space anyhow. But I'll check that in a second. But so this board over here, I notched it out so that it sits on top of that board, and then it's got the 2 screws that come into this big plank here. And this big plank, of course, is very strong. It's held from the big L's that go into the van's pre-threaded bolts, and those are grade 8 bolts basically screwed into those. So here's some over here. You can see some M8 125s. So we got some grade 8s. We got 5 grade 8s holding that up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's one big unified board right here that we're screwed into. So very stable. And if I wanted to, I could put a little, you know, T metal fitting there at the bottom to bolt it in even further, but I don't think it's needed. I think it's pretty damn strong since it's bolted into that board. But you never know, who knows. But anyway, so now we've got our space up here. I'm gonna go ahead and close this, but that's nice because I put a lip on there, so now the towels or whatever you have up there isn't gonna fall. Just to refresh everybody's memory, I use this little locking mechanism and get it tight, and ta-da! It vices everything into place. You don't have to worry about anything flying off. Okay, so what's nice is that shut or opens, and right now when I orient this different ways, it creates more tension versus others. So right now it's in the more tension oriented spot, so it doesn't shut all the way, or excuse me, it doesn't open up all the way to flat, but I can play with this and make it to where it opens up more flat. Neither here nor there. So let's see. I'm pretty sure the kite surf board is going to fit, but let's just find out real quick while we're making a video. Probably fall over here. Got so much shit. Okay. I mean, realistically, this kite surf board could go anywhere. It doesn't need to go up here, but it'd just be nice to know real quick, does it fit? And if it does, this could be the kite surf spot. And sure enough, Magic Gut wins again, it looks like. Not only does it fit, but it fits perfect. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so that much gap on that side, that much gap on that side. But what you can do is you can flip it upside down and it'll slide right up in there. But the issue is now you're definitely contending against the airbags. And see, this is nice. By me taking this all apart, I get to see how it all works. So those airbags are going to blow through that, move that out of the way. So of course, if you have the kite surf board up there, it might prevent the airbags from deploying. So that's handy to know about. But let's see something here. If I put this kite surf board upside down, slide it. See, I mean, it's an exact fit. So what I might end up doing is I might end up hang on a second. I might end up oh wow. I might end up installing some rails or something that hold the kite surf board on each end. I'm not sure, but that's a really nice fit, and then you can slide things up there on top. But the question is, do I really want to use that spot for the kite surf board, or did I want to put the kites up there? The kites are kind of a bigger space taker than the kite surf board. So, oh boy, we'll just have to play it by ear. Could we do both? Could you put the kite board like that and then still stuff the kites in there? I think you might be able to. So again, there's going to be something underneath here, but right now I'm just kind of brainstorming on what that something's going to be and how it's going to look. I do things like in little bits, and then I sleep on it, test it, think about it, go walk around the hardware store, buy some shit. I gotta get the bottom of my board resurfaced. It's been getting scraped. See, now I've finally got a spot where my board's not going to get scraped. So the bottom, which is the important spot. So anyhow, yeah, so that's that. That's what we've been doing tonight. So I might chop off this metal piece here with a, angle grinder cutter, and then sand that stuff down. This board needs to be sanded, that's for sure. But maybe I end up buying a nice board and just using this board as a trace and put a nice board up there. I don't know. We'll see. I definitely need to sand this board. It's got splinters all over it. That little notch there, it was that there, but then I realized, oh, I want to get on top of the other board. So I flipped it over because I knew that once I put boards up on there, it won't be that noticeable. And again, this is just kind of a rough draft. I'm making sure it all works. So we'll see. And common sense would say to put whatever it is on top of this, but realistically, you could put stuff on the bottom of it and run just a couple L's to reinforce it from underneath, put the screws up underneath. And same thing up there. I've actually thought about using those cubbies as anchor points where you can hang from those. You can definitely hang from where the handles are there, but I think you can hang from where those cubbies are. Put in a couple L's, the double L, like L down and then L the other way. And again, the person's head is like level with the top of the seat. So there's plenty of space here. Not a big deal. So, all right, let you guys go. See ya.